So if these next few videos, about 9 of them, 10, I'm not sure yet, but see how it goes. But they're going to be about faith. So I went to the New Testament and I found a woman of faith. Her name was Lydia. Now Lydia was from a city called Thyatira. It was and she died in Philippi, Greece. Now she was likely a slave, and she had a master slave owner. And slavery was different back then in a lot of ways. And slavery was used to pay off debt. So maybe she owed somebody some money or something. But through that hardship in her life of having to pay something off through a master slave, God used her in a mighty way. Now, when you look, she met Paul and Silas when she was underneath a tree with some other women that were doing some things, and this is where God takes Lydia and just catapults her. And she is one of the reasons why they have the church at Philippi. And church legend tells us that, certain things. But when you want to find out really what the Bible has to say, don't assume that what your church teaches is right. Get in the Bible and research it. And that's what I'm going to ask you to do today. Look in the Bible and see what you see about Lydia and her faith. Now, of course, she was from Thyatira, and she died in Philippi, Greece. She was a slave to a master slave. And that's how she actually got her business started, was while she was in slavery. And she was selling and trading purple cloth to the public. And was doing really well. And she was well educated. She met Paul and Silas in 50 AD at the age of probably about 35. She was already established in her business. She met Paul and Silas with a group of women that were worshiping and under a tree. And women back then, they weren't looked down on like some people want to say. They really weren't. They were important to society. They were prophets, they were teachers, they were all kind of important parts of society. So don't let people tell you that women didn't mean anything back then. They did. They meant a lot. Because God thinks everybody's important. Now Lydia began working along Paul and Silas after her encounter with Paul and Silas. Now I'm reading these notes because these are something I studied for a long time. According to Acts 16:12, Philippi was located in a Roman colony and the leading city of that district of Macedonia. And this is part of the church that Lydia was in that you'll find in Revelations 3:7-13. And it talks about the church at Philadelphia. Now God, this is what he tells the church at Philadelphia. If you'll go there and look in Revelations 3:7-13. He knows they have done their best to stay on course. He also reminds them that the synagogue of Satan will have to bow at the feet of the church. God goes on to tell the church there is a great hour of trial coming. God goes on to tell the church to hold on to their faith and don't let anyone or anything get in the way of that. So we're given the same command to do the same thing today in our world, in our society. That's falling apart. Literally, we're watching it happen. So my question to myself and to you is, do we do this? Are we being faithful? Or are we staying on course? Or are we getting sidetracked by all the distractions that we have in this world? And there are many. So that's just the first one. And the next series, the next one I'm going to do is going to be on Paul. and I'm going to talk about the faith of Paul. And it's a lot longer, so I may have to break it up a little bit, but Paul was a great man. And then after I do these, then I'm going to do more on health, because I just had a liver transplant, and I had stage 4 non-alcoholic cirrhosis of the liver, and God has delivered me from that, and I want to share it with people to bring an awareness about cirrhosis and liver transplants and what happens after us. But my main reason here is to spread the gospel. And I'm not a big, smart, intelligent guy, but I have studied my Bible, and I just want to share it with you, for those of you that will listen. Thank you for your time, because I know you could have been doing something else. Thank you for watching the video, and if you will, share this out, and I'm going to keep doing them. No matter who shows up, I'm going to keep doing them. Y'all have a great, wonderful day.